A group of Donald Trump's election-denying allies have been hit with a $1 million fine for their efforts to get their hands on voting machines in multiple different states and basically corrupt the machines to the point where the states can no longer use them. This is a scheme that, of course, took place after the 2020 election. Most of it happened in the year 2021, but it's only just now, as we're kind of coming closer to the finish line of the year 2024, finally getting resolved. So here's what happened. In the state of Pennsylvania, years ago, they had to appoint a special master to oversee a case between these Trump allies. It was several groups of them that, of course, also went down to Georgia, to Fulton County, to get their hands on those voting machines, even though they were not authorized to get their hands on those voting machines, nor, by the way, according to the judge, do these people even have the qualifications to look at voting machines to determine if there was any funny business happening with them to begin with. But all of this came from Sidney Powell. Even though she is not involved in this new decision, it was her conspiracy theories in Georgia and in Pennsylvania that sparked these groups of Trump allies to say, you know what? She's onto something here. Let's go get those voting machines and let's see what happened. So in Pennsylvania, this special master was appointed after the state Supreme Court issued an injunction saying nobody can touch the machines, okay? You cannot let these people get their hands on these machines. Yes, they filed a lawsuit. Wonderful. We'll deal with that. We'll put a special master in place, but don't touch the machines. And then according to reports, they went and touched the machines. They were given unauthorized access to them. And so after years of going round and round in court, the special master then recommended a $1 million fine. So here are the groups involved. CNN reports that Fulton County Commissioner Stuart Olsch and Randy Bunch, along with fake Trump elector and Pennsylvania attorney Thomas Carroll, will be jointly responsible for paying off the roughly $1 million in legal expenses incurred by the Pennsylvania Secretary of State's office, because they were suing the Pennsylvania Secretaries of State office to get access to the voting machines. So the Secretary of State in Pennsylvania had to pay the legal fees. And of course, they now have to deal with the fact that these voting machines have been illegally accessed. So they are corrupted, no longer usable. So they got to buy new ones. But it continues. In Fulton County, multiple outside firms were ultimately given unauthorized access to the voting systems after the 2020 election without authorization from the Board of Elections, according to previous court filings in the special master probe. The third county commissioner only learned that an outside firm had been allowed to inspect the election equipment until after it was done, court filings show. None of the third-party groups granted access to the voting systems in Fulton County were contracted by the county itself or had the proper accreditation to carry out such an inspection, according to court records. So, there you go. If you try to do Trump's bidding, you will get screwed. That is the takeaway here. $1 million split between three people, okay, $333,333.33 apiece. One person's going to have to pay one more penny than the other, I guess. But I'm telling you this now, just mostly as a warning for any MAGA people out there that might be watching this, thinking about possibly overturning the results of the 2024 election if you do not get your way. This is the future that awaits you. Look at all of the people who were involved in trying to help Donald Trump overturn the results of the 2020 election. How many of them are doing good right now? What are their lives like? Huh? Are they living it up? Are they out there sipping margaritas on the beach? No. They're preparing for defamation trials. They're preparing for criminal trials. They're getting hit with $1 million fines here and there. And that lawyer, by the way, was also sanctioned separately. They're losing law licenses in other areas. Rudy Giuliani, Jenna Ellis, Sidney Powell. Like, these people are facing the ultimate consequences. And they haven't even gotten to the criminal aspect of most of it yet. So again, let that be a warning for any Trump supporters out there thinking, oh, we're going to overturn 2024 if we have to. No, you're not. and you're either going to end up paying through the nose for it, or going to prison, or a horrible combination of both. Because that's what's happened to everybody so far, and if you want to add yourself to the list, be my guest, but don't say I didn't warn you. Hi everyone, this here is little Athena, and Athena would like to know why you haven't subscribed to Fair and Balanced yet, so please, don't let Athena down. Subscribe today.